Let me start by saying, Kings, Queens, and Majesties, if you saw my Venti video before MiHoYo took it down, I was right. Venti is in fact getting a rerun in 1.4. I watched the Chinese livestream on my Twitch earlier, and I managed to get some new info, so let's go ahead and round up all the news from MiHoYo's recent 1.4 livestream. Timecodes will be available in the description. Alright, let's talk about what everybody is most excited for. The banners that are coming in 1.4. As I stated, Venti is in fact getting a banner rerun, as well as Rosaria's official release alongside a Tartaglia rerun. We do not have the exact details of what characters are going to be in the banner specifically yet. However, I'll keep a close eye and make sure you guys are watching my channel because I will continue to try to keep you guys updated as soon as possible. This child rerun came from left field. I did not expect it. What are you guys thinking about it? Are you guys excited? Are you fearing for your wallets like me? Are you sad because it wasn't Klee? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Moving on to the weapon banner, you can see here we got a new 5-star bow, as well as 3 new 4-star weapons that seem to be a part of the same family. I'm going to be making a separate video discussing the details of these new weapons. That talk involves leaks, so make sure you guys subscribe and be on the lookout for that video coming soon. Moving on from there, we got the story update. I'm going to give you guys a spoiler warning here. If you do want to avoid spoilers, go ahead and skip to this timestamp down below. So 1.4 seems to be full of surprises, and that includes us getting a follow-up to Dainsleif's quest already. Not only that, but we're going to be fighting a new boss, the Apostle of the Abyss, previously known to us as the Abyss Herald. But that's not the craziest part of this thing. Sure, I guess maybe gameplay-wise, but story-wise? It seems like the Traveler is gonna learn that their sibling is working with the Abyss. This is huge! I expected this like a year from now. The fact that this reveal is happening already is pretty significant. I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen. Moving on from that, the next thing we're talking about is Character Hangouts. Character Hangouts are a new permanent feature that they're adding to the game, and they seem to be the 4-star equivalent to the story quest that 5 stars get. However, they cost 2 story keys to unlock versus the 1 that it takes for a 5-star quest. Why is that? Make it make sense, MiHoYo. Anyway, these quests play differently than the story quest, and they're described as dating sims. And you can see here that that is the case because you can choose the wrong dialogue option, making these characters run away, causing the quest to end. If you're bad at dating people like me, don't fret. You can pick up where you left off if these characters do run away. The rewards for this quest system actually include up to 60 Primo Gems, which is actually amazing. I'm really glad that they're adding new ways to earn the gacha currency. Moving on from there, we got the events. First off, for the events, they decided to show off Modstat's decor as it's ready for the upcoming Windblume festival. From there, they began to show us minigames that we knew were coming. The minigames are actually categorized under one part of the event, that being Peculiar Wonderland. To talk more about the specifics, there's one that involves dodging bubbles while moving forward, another one that involves the floor falling out from under you and making sure you just survive and don't fall. Another one of these minigames involves you attempting to walk along a path that disappears and reappears. You have to rely on your memory to get the fastest time possible. And the last one seems to be one that involves collecting these flowers while dodging attacks similar to the ones that the Electro Cube throws out. Moving on from that, the minigames are separated from the festival challenges, which you will need to locate in the world in order to trigger them. These challenges include a balloon popping challenge, which my queen Ganyu is about to eat. However, you do need to be mindful as some of the balloons can reduce your score when they're popped. There's another one that is a glider challenge, which involves falling from the top of the map and collecting animal orbs on the way down. The score scales on your time as well as how many orbs you pick up on the way down. And lastly, there's a rhythm game challenge. This is self-explanatory. However, if you've never played a rhythm game before, it basically means you need to click in succession with the music in order to get a good score. There does seem to be difficulty options that do affect this specific challenge, so there is a chance that the rhythm game could be really challenging. And the last thing for the Windblume Festival we have to talk about is the rewards. While not exactly called Festival Fever, the progression system is called Festive Anecdotes, and the reward system is actually really similar to Lanternite. Meaning a lot of the rewards are actually pretty similar. So we're getting a crown, Primo Gems, Adventure XP books, talent materials, etc. I know I brought up the similarities to the Lanternite, however there are differences to this event's rewards. One of those differences being, instead of a Zhao Lantern, we're getting a balloon that we hold in our inventory, can place down and pop at any time of our choosing. Another one of these rewards including a lyre, which you can pull out and play music in the game anytime. And the last big thing is an entire 4-star weapon that you can get up to Refinement 5. We do know the details of this weapon's stats thanks to the leaks. However, as I stated before, we are going to have this discussion in a separate video. Moving on from that, we have the Wishful Drops event, which seems to be similar to the Hypostatic Symphony that we had previously. However, this event does involve fighting an Oceanid directly and at higher difficulties. The fight is going to be different than the Oceanid fight we all know and love, so it'll be a new fun experience, I'm sure. The spin on this event is that we unlock a cute little Oceanid that follows us through an expedition that we end up helping gather these water Oceanid creatures. This rewards us with a specific event currency that we need to redeem for our rewards. Those rewards include Primo Gems, Mora, level up material, and a cute little Oceanid pet. And I know this might be nightmare fuel for some of you guys, but as somebody who's had the queen, Oceanid has been my bitch, so this just feels right. What was that? Oh, I can't say that on YouTube. Oh, okay. Anyway, censorship aside, we got the next event, Contending Tides, which is a name that is fitting considering that this event seems to be involving us fighting waves of enemies. This event doesn't have much of it shown off in the trailer. However, the live stream does reveal that there will be different effects in each fight. As an example, there is a wind current that is available for you to glide on to do plunge attacks that have increased damage. They are not very telling as to what effects there all are. However, they did say that we are just meant to discover them in the game. The rewards include Primos, Mora, Weapon XP, Character XP books, and talent material. This seems cool. I'm very happy with this, and I hope that it's actually really challenging. I have my characters built up, and I want there to be a reason for it. I hope this event can justify my dedication to the game. The last event we got to see is the KFC event being confirmed and actually happening. However, according to Genshin Twitter, it is as we feared. The KFC thing is exclusive to the Asia servers. However, it doesn't mean we're all suffering in global, because they do say that we will be receiving a way to get this exclusive reward at some point by July 2021. And that's all we know for the events in 1.4 so far. Moving on from there, we got some quality of life improvements. First off, the amount of condensed resin that we can craft has been increased from 3 to 5. This is great. This covers a full day of resin, which is great for players who find themselves unable to grind for artifacts every day. Next, we can see they got some UI improvements to Spiral Abyss. They basically made it so that we can now see the elemental resonance chart while we're creating our teams for Spiral Abyss. That's not the only change that Spiral Abyss has got though. They also made it so that you can just re-challenge instead of leaving the floor entirely. This is amazing and makes Spiral Abyss grinding way more bearable. Next, they added some changing to the cooking menu. Basically, they allow you to now manually craft a dish instead of just automatically when you're proficient in a recipe. Another change is that they're making it so that the interface remembers what character we had selected for what material we want to be crafting. Honestly, it saves us a lot of time of having to scroll through the list and picking the right character that you know is the only one that should be doing that job. They also added improvements to the profile system. They basically made it so that you can display a list of banners that you have unlocked in a separate tab from where you display your characters. And the final quality of life change that they've made is that you are now able to adjust your world level. This is great for people who want to play with their friends who are stuck at a lower adventure rank. That way they can gather some materials if they need it, or you guys can just play together more often than not. It's also cool for the free-to-play players that I know do struggle with the world level being as hard as it is. This change makes it so that they can have not only a more fun experience, but an easier one. One thing we do have to note is that when you do lower your world level, the rewards that you usually receive are reduced to reflect the world level that you're currently at. So maybe if you're playing with your friend, don't use your own resin to grind out that ley line. Well then, kings, queens, and majesties, that's pretty much it for the 1.4 roundup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys liked the video, make sure you leave a like. If you're like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell. And lastly, make sure to check out my Twitch, where I stream Genshin practically every day. Later.